Hey everyone, Shabby here, and welcome back to our next episode in the SWE World Cup of Wrestling. Right, this one is our second quarterfinal on the other side of the brackets this time. This is going to be the USA versus India. Runners-up in Group B versus... runners-up in Group A versus winners of Group B. And here is the opening match of the evening. It is going to be the Great Khali taking on Bryan. Interesting one, this. Now, on paper... I don't know, on paper I just see that this should be United States win. But United States did not have the best of times in the actual group stages, did they? And I think the same thing happened with Japan. Japan struggled with the group stages, barely scraped through, but then was able to hammer New Zealand a few days ago to make their way through to the semis. And this could be the same with the United States. It's not about playing well the whole way through the competition. As long as you play well towards the end, that's all that matters, isn't it, really? You can just scrape through the groups, you get that opportunity, but now it's all about sudden death, and now you need to put on the best performances you can. India, of course, winning Group B. Insane they won Group B, ahead of both Japan and England. It was a shocker, wasn't it, really? But there you go. England were knocked out. Japan scraped through just about in that second place spot because India got the 4-win over England. But will this be a step too far for the United States team? On paper are incredibly strong, and I fancied from the very beginning a Japan versus US final. And at the moment that is on. But there's a lot of really good teams in the way. So India's done fantastically well. We've still got the other two quarterfinals left yet. We've still got the next one, which I think is on Saturday, which is Mexico versus Ireland. Again, two very, very strong teams. And the last, which I think is on Sunday, is Canada versus Germany. Again, two very, very strong teams. So it's going to be pretty difficult for anybody, really. It is really going to go to the best wrestling nation who wins this tournament. And it's going to be really deserved by the end of it as well, I think. It would have to be deserved, wouldn't it, really? So you can't win this competition solely by luck. There's a lot that's gone into this. We saw some people get a few sneaky victories. Like with Epico and Primo of Puerto Rico. They were very cheeky in some situations, getting a couple of count-out victories and almost scraped their way through to the knockout stages, but you can only ride your luck so much and your intelligence. Eventually, it was down to just brute force and the better wrestler, and that is what the stage we're getting to here now. Japan proved that. They struggled in the group stages, but now it's in the knockout stage when it's important. They did pull it out of the bag against New Zealand. And I really feel like we might have the same situation here with the US. They were pretty poor. Well, they had a really good start, didn't they? They destroyed Europe 5-0. But then lost, I think they lost 4-1, I think, to New Zealand. So it was a real up and down for US. They looked incredibly strong, and they looked pretty weak as well. It was a bit of an up and down time for them. But now, you don't have to win well, you've just got to literally win. You need 3 of the 5 points from the night to guarantee yourself a semi-final spot. As Great Khali in control. And I thought it was going to be an interesting match because we've got Great Khali, who is a big man, and I think Bryan's used to it his entire career fighting against a bigger man, isn't he? He's always been the one where you would see Bryan sort of David versus Goliath style storylines over and over again. That's been the base of his career because he's quite a small man. That's how he ends up getting put down, I suppose, isn't he? Which is why I put this match together. The one I'm looking forward to the most tonight, to be honest, is our next match, which is Sonjay Dutt versus Seth Rollins. I don't know why, but I feel like it's going to be pretty good quality. Both guys quite pacey and I think it'd be interesting to see how they get on together. And then, of course, that just leaves the final two, Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles in the final one. And then, of course, the 6-man tag. But like I say, it's all about the... it's all about just that 3 points. You can win this before you get to the 6-man tag. If you can get a win in the 3 singles matches. Daniel Bryan now in some control over Khali. That's what he needs to do, is keep the big man grounded. As soon as Khali gets up at his feet and can assert that strength, that's when they're going to be in trouble. But Daniel Bryan doing fantastically well, sending Daniel Bryan's shoulder first into the turnbuckle post. Then trying to follow it up, but Khali just catching the boot and dropping Daniel Bryan foot first. Foot first? Face first, I say. Khali with another boot on the ground at Daniel Bryan. This is not what Bryan wants. Because as soon as Khali gets control, it's going to be very difficult to turn this around. Khali, that massive, massive strength advantage. Khali sending Bryan into the corner, now slings him to the far corner as well and just crushes him. Bryan fighting back though. Enough for a 2. Bryan catching Khali into the spinning neckbreaker. Drop an elbow to the heart. Pin here by Khali. 1. Only a 1 count. Wow. Daniel Bryan showed his resilience. Big boot right in the spine by Khali on Bryan. And once again, he has that advantage. Bryan, though, turning it around once again, but Khali reversing him. And there it is, the spike. Wow. Khali out of nowhere, the big spike. But doesn't go for the pin. Wow. I have no idea why he didn't go for the pin there. He was seemingly in control. He'd hit the high damage maneuver. Pin now though by Khali. 1, 2... and 3, and the great Khali picks up the first point of the evening. And it is for India. Wow. Was not expecting that, to be honest. I really thought Daniel Bryan would have the great Khali's number here, but just that massive strength advantage was enough to see great Khali pick up the point. Holy crap. 1-0 India on the night. First of 3 points. And here's our second match of the evening. Sonjay Dutt takes on Seth Rollins one-on-one. Like I said, I mean, this is the match that I don't know, I just feel like this is going to be the best one. I don't know why, I just feel like it's just the two styles mixed together are going to be very, very good. Did, am I going mad here? Or did Sonjay contribute to some of the move capture for the game? So I know, who was it? Was it Chase Stevens? Chase Stevens? Like one half of the former tag team champions at TNA years ago. The Naturals? I don't know. I'm putting a lot of random crap out it now, but Brian Kendrick was involved as well, wasn't he? Yeah, I'm sure Brian Kendrick did some of the movement capture. I might be wrong then, because Sonjay's been working TNA and Global Force Wrestling for a while now, so it probably... He can't have been involved in that. I would be surprised if they'd let him do that. But then again, it's open contracts over there, isn't it? They can quite easily walk out, I think. Sonjay then made his way to the ring. I think this would be great. I say the combination of the styles, I think, is going to be fantastic. But now with the added pressure on Seth Rollins and Sonjay Dutt, I suppose. Seth knows that he needs to get a 1-1 here. Needs to get the night back on track for the US. Sonjay knows that a win here would make it 2-0 on the night, which would mean that one single point would put India through to the semi-final. If India could knock out the United States, that would be a massive result for not just them, but everybody else in the competition, knowing that one of the biggest names in the competition is gone, is massive for the other teams. I mean, when you've got the likes of, who is it? It's Ireland versus Mexico as the other side, or the other match in this side of the bracket. I'm sure both those teams are hoping that India get a win here. I'm sure both of those teams would rather face off against on paper. But then again, on paper, the week, I don't think it matters. Because India may be the weaker side on paper, but they've won their group. And if they knock out the United States as well, they're not a team I'd fancy facing, because they're going to be really, have their heads up. Full of confidence. And as you would be. But they've still got to finish off here this evening. They've still got to hold on. And that's exactly what Sonjay is looking to do here. The bell goes. We are underway. Sonjay Dutt versus Seth Rollins. Seth, great reversal now into the Itaguri, that's what I was looking for. Reverse DDT. Taking control. And Seth so far having an answer for everything Sonjay has so far in this match. And there it is again with the sling blade. Seth now snap, underhook suplex. Say so important here for Seth to get this point. Plus as well, if Seth does get a point here, it means that this match will go down to the 6-man tag. Nice takedown there by Sonjay Dutt. Dutt brings Rollins back up to his feet. Now locking in the reverse chin lock. Just slowing the pace of the match down. Trying to recuperate a little bit after the attack he's taken. But Seth is back up on his feet now, catching Sonjay. But Sonjay fighting back. Into the head scissors. And now Sonjay is getting some control. Nice neck breaker. I feel like this is one that definitely Seth should be, on paper, much stronger, but at the moment, it's Sonjay in control. Can he finish Seth off? If he does, that'd be massive for India. Seth's own finisher maneuver. One of the older ones, the Seth Walker. Oh, and it's only enough for a 2. That would have been massive. Sonjay now heads up to the middle rope. Nice tornado DDT. Now just slamming the boot of Seth into the mat, and that jars the knee and the ankle, making the rest of this match very difficult for Seth, but he's back up on his feet now. Takedown by Seth and a big kick in the back. Seth back up on his feet now, getting on the back of Sonjay into a ripcord knee strike. There's the pin, but it's too close to the rope. Seth though heading up top now, as he have anything else in his locker. But Sonjay slowly getting back up to his feet. It's an L. That was a bit of a weird one. Was there much point in that? Nice dragon suplex by Sonjay. This is only a 2 count, but Sonjay is looking so strong here. Now he's up top waiting for Seth. We're looking like he was going to go for Tornado DDT again, but I think Seth just managed to step out of the way and reverse it. Oh, look at him taking him down with that guillotine. Now into the pin. 1, 2. Well, it's only a 2. I said this was going to be good, and it's proving to be quite handy at this point in time. Seth now taunts him, but he probably should be paying attention and trying to finish Sonjay off. What does Seth have left? Nice Hurricanrana takedown by Sonjay. Clothesline. Another clothesline. Into a super kick. Nice takedown as well. Air raid slam. But Seth just still fighting back. Elbow in the gut and a stiff right hand. There's that sit out scoop slam by Seth as well. And there's a Seth walker of his own. Hooks the legs. 1, 2. Oh, there's only a 2 again. Seth now stalking Sonjay into another ripcord knee. Sonjay flops, middle of the ring. 1, 2. And of course, this time it is the 3. And it is 1-1. Which means that it is going to go down to the 6-man tag again. It means Styles vs Mahal doesn't really mean a lot. Of course, both guys will want to win that match, but it doesn't matter. Because it's all down to who wins the 6-man tag. And what a match this was. I knew it was going to be good. I thought the styles would mesh very, very well, as they did. Two guys, very agile. Showcasing a lot of ability. And it is Seth who eventually comes out on top. So Seth makes it 1-1 on the night. Undoing the great Khali's work of getting them in the lead. And now we know it's going to be a tight one. It's going to go to the 6-man tag. And here is our third and final singles match of the evening. AJ Styles takes on Jinder Mahal in a match that, just like the New Zealand game the other day, is a little bit pointless now because we know that it's going to go down to the 6-man tag. So the result of this match will have no real bearing on the final. The only bearing it will have potentially is that of momentum. Now, it did work with the match between Japan and New Zealand. We saw Okada get the victory in the dead match. And then Japan did go on to win the 6-man tag as well. So, potentially that could happen here as well. If either AJ Styles or Jinder Mahal can get this victory and build the momentum, it might just give them the extra boost they need to get that 6-man tag win. In theory, that is. Anyway, AJ Styles on his way to the ring. Had a pretty decent tournament so far. Been the main man for US, I think, for most. It's difficult with the US because everyone's pretty good, aren't they? I mean, there are a couple of teams where they've got 2 strong members and maybe one that's a little bit further behind, but I feel like with the US and Japan as well, I feel like everyone is sort of very, very strong. I mean, but like Team India, for example, we know that Jinder Mahal's a stronger member. Great Khali's former world champion there, mainly for his bulk. And then you've got Sonjay, who's still a very good wrestler, but he's probably a little bit lower down the level. As Jinder makes way down to the ring. And again, on paper, this one, I feel like, should be a victory for the US. But, you know, on paper doesn't really necessarily mean anything on this game, does it? We've seen the most bizarre results here and there. And who knows, we could see another one here. As Jinder getting ready. He looks pretty psyched. This could be his big moment. He's often overlooked as someone who's just pushed sheerly for his race, his ethnicity. And now is his chance to prove that he's there on merit. A bit of chain wrestling to start the match off. Jinder showing his superior strength, and that's going to be something that AJ's going to have to take into account. But AJ does have the ability advantage. I think technically is the better wrestler on paper. Like I say, if you take into account the strengths and so forth, I think that he is. Well, he just look how much he's proved around the world. He's been world champions in several different companies, including what you potentially call the big ones, I suppose, wouldn't you? I believe he's been Ring of Honor champion. Might not have been Ring of Honor champion though, actually. I feel like he has. He must have been at some point. Been the New Japan champion, been the TNA champion, been the WWE champion now as well. So probably is the most decorated wrestler in wrestling at the moment. If you look at just the variation. Of course, you've got people like Cena and so forth who have won 16, 17 championships now. But yeah, nobody else can boast the sort of championships that AJ Styles has, I suppose. Right hand right in the gut there by Jinder. Or on Jinder, should I say, by AJ Styles. AJ bringing Jinder back up to his feet now, onto his shoulder, but Jinder slides free into the reverse DDT. And Jinder does retake control. Say he does have the big strength advantage. And he is taking advantage of that. And Jinder is doing a lot better than what I thought he would be, to be honest. That's boot right in the back of AJ Styles as well. But AJ fighting back, snap suplex. AJ big right hand to Jinder now. Big chop across the face of Jinder as well. AJ though, Yurigoroshi by AJ Styles taking Jinder down. AJ brings Jinder back up to a kneeling base, and he said that Yurigoroshi now needs to follow up on that. That's a big maneuver. And he just did not follow up, did he? And now Jinder back in control, showing what he can do once again. Jinder heading to the outside for a brief second. Trying to catch his head. And you see the referee blocking AJ off. AJ wants to go after him. And now AJ does go after him. And takes him out. But Jinder had a game plan here by the looks of it. He's got AJ on the outside now. On his shoulder. Oh, lawn darts him into the ring post. Wow, is Jinder... See, this is an interesting one, this then. So like I said, this match doesn't necessarily mean too much about the actual final result of tonight's show, but this looks like it is two guys that are potentially looking to cause some damage. Remember, there is a brief intermission between this match and the six-man tag, but if damage is done, that's going to be lasting for quite some time. And it is actually a draw. It does go to a double count-out, so nobody gets the point here. So it doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things, but we're going to the six-man tag now with some very interesting results. And two guys that have just beaten the crap out of each other here. And here we go in six-man tag time. This match, once again, just like the New Zealand match, is going to decide who goes through to the semi-final to take on the winner of Team Mexico and Ireland. This is big. So far we have seen a win for India with Great Khali defeating Bryan. We've seen a win for America with Seth Rollins defeating Sonjay Dutt. And we've seen a draw. For the first time in this tournament, we have had a double count-out, a draw between Jinder Mahal and AJ Styles. Both guys really beat the crap out of each other on the outside of the ring. Which, of course, like I said, led to the referee calling a draw. There has been an intermission between this and the last match, as there always is in these episodes. Obviously, I cut that out for you guys. That's my way of selling the fact there's not wrestling two matches in a row. So they've had a chance to get some energy back. But will it have been enough time? And how are these guys feeling after their matches this evening? I mean, Seth versus Sonjay Dutt was a pretty intense match, and it went a pretty long time as well. And here comes Team America as well then. Looking ready for action. They need this win. I really think Team USA should be looking very, very strong in this tournament, but they've struggled. They really have struggled. But that's the way with a lot of sports. I know it's been said quite a bit in football, or soccer if you're American. I'm assuming it does come out in a lot of different sports as well. But you could have the best players in the world, but it doesn't necessarily make a very good team. And that is the phrase. And that could be the way that the way that India's going. They've not got necessarily the best players, but together they're working together like an oiled machine. But America need to prove what they can do here. And on paper, I know I use that phrase quite a lot, but on paper, they should be looking pretty strong, really. They've got 3 people that are all rated more than 90. Whereas India are all in the mid to low 80s. So on paper, like I said, they're the stronger team by quite some distance. So US does have the control moment with Sonjay on the outside. It means they do have 3-on-2 inside the ring until Bryan slides out, now making it 2-on-2. Nice DDT by Seth, taking Jinder down. Oh, what a knee. How the hell did Sonjay get that high up to do that knee and then went for a Frankenstein as Seth avoided it into a Phoenix splash on Sonjay Dutt. Nice. Seth now super kick to Sonjay as well as great Khali taken out. And there goes Jinder Mahal down via AJ Styles. And Team USA in firm control here. If they can take advantage of this, they could have a quite easy win. But in comes the great Khali once again into a running DDT. Interesting. And all of a sudden, Team India, well, they were. Sonjay lost his advantage. Nice big double choke slam by great Khali on Seth Rollins. Yuri Garoshi by AJ Styles and Jinder Mahal. A crucifix bomb by Sonjay Dutt and Bryan. Sonjay now bringing AJ bringing Jinder Mahal back up to his feet. And Bryan does lock in the label lock. Will Sonjay tap? No, Sonjay is... Yes, Sonjay does tap. Wow. Wow, Jinder didn't see it. He was caught up with AJ Styles. Seth Rollins had eliminated the great Khali from the ring. And Bryan gets Sonjay Dutt to tap, which gives us the first weird score of the competition. As we get a 3-1 win due to the draw. A 3-1 win tonight, but that's enough to put the United States of America through to the next round, through to the semi-finals, and of course that eliminates India from the competition. They've done really well to get through the group stages. I weren't expecting that from India, to be honest. I thought they'd look strong, but I thought they'd cause problems, but I didn't think they would be able to get through the group stages, and they've done that, and they've given it a pretty good account themselves here this evening as well. But it is the United States who come out victorious and a place in the semi-finals, which guarantees you at least 2 more matches. you've either got the semi and the third place playoff, or you've got the semi and you've got the final, so one or the other. So well done to the United States. They'll be facing off against the winners of our next episode, which is Canada. No, it's not. It's Ireland versus Mexico. And then we've got our fourth and final quarterfinal, which will be facing off against the winner of the New Zealand-Japan match, which is Canada versus Germany. So that's coming up for you in the next few days. If you are looking forward to that, then please make sure you've got a subscribe. And if you're not already, then hit that little bell icon next to subscribe, because that will let you have a notification when the video is uploaded and ready to go. I'm hoping to get them scheduled properly so they go at a bit more of a proper time, but I'm struggling with my internet connection at the moment. My videos aren't uploading as quickly as I'd hoped to, so it's a bit of an iffy one at the moment. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, please do hit a like, and of course, like I said, please make sure you are subscribed and belled and all that sort of shebang. I've been Shabby Gamer, very much watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.